Welcome back, all you brave souls that want to continue learning how to. Well, I'm not going to give you any false promises here about, in 30 days, you're going to be able to learn to speak fluent Russian. That's not going to happen. But let's take small steps right now, okay? And this is lesson 3 on our introduction to the Cyrillic alphabet. Now, if you remember, we stopped in the second video right here at the RP, which is a Russian R. And if you remember, I said R. You have to put the tip of your tongue at the back of your front teeth, upper front teeth, and blow. That's how you do it. So, for example, if you see the R in here, that's P-E-R-E-T-S. And I'm going to get the TS right now, but it's Perets. Now look, I've been speaking Russian since 1989. I started it before that. I started in junior high is when I actually started. I can tell you that even I, with all this practice, sometimes I can't do the R very well. So don't get a complex if you can't roll your R's. It's okay. Okay, don't worry about it. That's what I'm trying to say. So let's move on to the rest of the alphabet. And I'm going to give you a full warning here. The next ones are consonants. Lots of consonants here, so you're going to love this. All right. So the next letter we have here at the bottom is. It looks like our C, but actually it is S in Russian. And for those of you who remember the Cold War, back when it was the Soviet Union and not Russia, you would always, like if you watch the Olympics, for example, if you see like the athletes come in with their Olympic warm-up jackets on the back, you would see the CCCP, and that's actually stands for SSSR, which is what the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics. That was the official name for the Soviet Union, and so they had CCCP, but actually it was SSS and then R. SSSR. Okay? This is S, just like anything else. This is just no other pronunciation issues. It's just S. Okay? Next one is T. This is my name. All right, so you see it looks just like ours. This is one of the few times where their letter is just like our letter. And so it's T, so like table. In this case, it's T-O-R-T, tort, which means cake in Russian. Okay, now I'm going to give you some full disclosure here. Russian cakes are terrible. Now, I don't mean to disparage an entire country. I would never do that. I will, however, disparage the entire country's cake lineup. Okay, it's not very good. Now, okay, I'm an American. I like American cakes. I like sheet cakes. That's the only cake I like. Europeans in general, they're putting berries in their cakes. They're putting kiwis in their cakes. Russians are doing weird stuff with their cakes. It's like, you know what? Stop it. Stop with the cakes. Okay, your food is wonderful. Your cakes are terrible. Okay. Anyway, next one is we have what looks like Y. In our language, it's actually oo, like moo, ooh, ooh. Okay, so they have this as a fishing line or a rod and reel. They call it an udochka. But anyway, you can see that it's just like, for example, ooh, just ooh. Remember ooh. Ooh is going to be this very important letter. It's also a preposition, which we'll get into later. All right, so then you have this weird. I know it's weird to say that a Russian letter is weird, but this is a weird one. But this is F. You do like this oval that's sideways, and you just put a line through it, and that's an F. Okay, but it's just like our F. No other difference. Ooh. So this is F-R-U-K-T, and I haven't introduced this letter to you yet. Let's just say without this letter, it would say Frucht. F-R-U-K-T. Frucht. And get ready. There's lots of consonant combinations that you're going to have to get used to. Okay. Now this little letter is X, but it's not X in our language. It is H. All right. Now it says here CH in like in a Scottish lock. That's not. You say lock. You don't say loch. Well, maybe the Scottish do, but damn it, in America we say lock. So that's not quite the case. What I would say is it's more like KHA. The best way to describe this, and I'm not going to get all literal on you, but think of it as you're trying to hock a loogie. All right, but you don't want to hawk a wet loogie. You want to hawk a dry loogie. Okay, so if you're currently stuffed up and you've got a cold and you've got like mucus in there, it's probably not a good idea to speak Russian to someone because you're going to hawk a loogie right in their face. So you just, but it's ha ha ha. Okay, so this is how like a Russian would say hello, hello. The reason why. Now you know why they say hello is because they don't have an H. This is the closest they have to an H, which is a KH. So they say, hello, how are you? That's why, because of this little letter right here, okay? All right, so then we have this another consonant combination here. This means TS. So TS, like boots, boots, tss, tss. Now, this is why if you look at it, if you the czars back in the day, there's two spellings for czars. For some reason, the American in English we made it CZ like the czar, but actually in Russian it's with a TS. They call it tsar, tsar. Okay, Tsar Nikolai. Okay, and so anyway, tsar TS. All right. So the next one is another consonant diphthong, as they say, is a ch. This looks kind of like a number 4. But not quite, but it's called ch. Very big, a very important letter. You're going to hear that a lot, like ch, like chat. And oh boy, if you go to Russia, you're going to be having lots of chashkas, because that's, because they are big tea drinkers. So CHA, and I'm going to get in this letter in a second, chashka. But anyway, chat, che, chto, that's a big one, means what. With the ch, with the ch, they put a to, sto. That means what. And then you have the next one, which looks like a W, but it's actually sh, sh. So a very famous word in Russian is shapka, 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 which means hat. Now, it also can mean a fur hat, like if you get a Wolverine hat and really big fur hat, which you need. Trust me, I know you may be anti-fur, but when you're in Russia, there is no anti-fur when it's 40 below. Those things keep you warm. And I've got a fox fur hat, a fur shapka, and I tell you what, I don't regret it one bit because it keeps my head warm. I got a big head. All right, so anyway, we'll go to next one is sh, but they put a little hook on it. And it actually means ch. So, but I'll give you a hint. When you're speaking Russian, it's hard to really hear the difference between sh and sh when you're speaking fast. Like you would say shotka. Now, tell me, okay, shapka and shotka. I mean, you have a little bit of a hesitation there. So you just gotta train your ear to it if you get that far. But it's like a little bit of a shotka. Okay, as a shapka, see it's quick, shapka, shotka, a little bit of hesitation. Okay, anyway, this is a hard sign. It's called a tvrdy znak, and it has no sound, but it's basically in some words, it's designed to make them pause more on the first syllable. Okay, but we'll get into that as we get into vocabulary. Next one is yuri, is what they call it. Now remember, E up here, E is just straight E, okay? This one is kind of like saying E in the back of your throat, because you would say like V, T. So if you say the word for, the informal word for U is T. It's not T, not like I'm going to have a cup of tea, it's like T, or V. V is you. If you're a stranger or you're talking to someone older than you, for respect, you would say V. So anyway, it's uy. So you got to do it in the back of your throat. Uy. It's not oi. It's not like oi. Look at that. It's like uy. Okay. Next one is a myaky znak. It's called a soft sign. This does not have a sound on its own, but when you put this after a consonant, it makes it softer. That's why it's called a soft sign. And I'll get into the pronunciation about that later. Don't worry about that. So the next one is eh. This is a vowel. Okay, it's like a backward 3 or backward E. And see, Russians are backward. I mean, I'm sorry. There comes a time when you got to tell people that, Russians are backward. Are they backward technologically speaking? No, they're a superpower. Well, they used to be, but they're a military power. They have high tech stuff, and especially in their military. So why am I calling them backward? Because their letters are backwards. Okay, honey, my wife is Russian. Forgive me for that bad joke. Okay. Next one is we have this weirdo letter. It's called U. Okay, so and they have UBKA. That's you would say yubka, which is a skirt. Okay, so if you see this, it says U. All right, and then last but not least, it's the most famous Russian letter ever. It's the backwards R, Ya. Okay, so Ya also means I. So that you need to know what that is. So anyway, that's it. That's the last of the Cyrillic alphabet. And after this lesson, we're going to start. Well, I'll probably spend 3 or 4 lessons just getting you used to transcribing from English into Russian into Cyrillic. So that way you can, if you ever go over there, at least you can read the street signs in the metro, the subway and map and so forth. That's really important. Because if you go over there, you have to at least know how to, what the street signs stand for. And it's not that hard, guys. Stay with me. Like anything else, if you stay with me, you'll get it. Okay. So that's it for this lesson of Learn Russian with Dohn. And I hope to see you in lesson number 4. Thanks.